Hey guys, EB coming to you live and direct from Doubletree Hotel here in Atlanta, in Buckhead, for the Confidence Con conference for Friday and Saturday. But like I promised, weekly motivational wrap up. These are the videos that I've watched over the week, and some of the videos that I watched over the week. These are my top seven. Um, what I got and the messages I got from them. So we're going to start off with Amanda Palmer. Most of these are TED Talks, by the way. I'll let you know if they're not. But Amanda Palmer, she's a musician, and her video is called The Art of Asking. And basically, she speaks about building strong relationships and not feeling guilty for receiving, perks of that strong relationship. Her quote was one thing that stuck out through the art of asking people, you connect with them. When you connect with people, they want to help you. So that stuck out to me in that video. Number two, Celeste Headley, 10 Ways to Have a Better Conversation. Okay, if you haven't heard of her, go check her out because her TED Talks are awesome. And she's an opera singer. Just saying. But I'm not even going to go through all 10. But it's 10, just a few. Don't multitask. Pay attention. I have trouble with this, and I'm sorry. But I'm a work in progress, okay? Don't multitask. Use open-ended questions. How did it make you feel when you did this, this, and this? Or, well, how did that make you feel when blah, blah, blah? Whatever. Don't equate your experience with their experience because they're totally different. So don't do that. I do that from time to time, and I'm trying to wean myself off of doing that because you want to say, hey, look, I've been through this before, but we are two different people. So the way you handle it and the way I handle it will be completely opposite or different. Always listen. And her quote at the end was, always be prepared to be amazed. So never go into a conversation not expecting to gain anything from it. Always be open-minded and try to learn something. We're going to skip over that one. So number 4, well, technically number 4, but Sarah Knight is number 3. Sarah Knight, she did the magic of not giving a freak. I am censoring that because obvious reasons, but basically mental decluttering. Figure out what you don't give a crap about and don't give a crap about it, like literally. She also talk about freak bucks. So spend your freaks wisely because you only have so many. And she defined freaks as time, energy, and money. So those 3 always translate into something, bigger than what sometimes we think it is. Adam Lepsing, How to Know Your Life's Purpose in 5 Minutes. I watched this video December 14th. But to this day, it sticks with me. So I just wanted to, give you a quick rundown. Who are you? Meaning basically who are you? What you do, your job, your career, your hobby, what is it you like to do? Who you do it for? Who benefits from what it is that you're doing? What do you need? What do they need or want? Like what service are you providing, or what are they asking for that you're giving them? And finally, how do they change as a result? How do they grow? How do they mature? How do they progress? Like, what are they doing that takes them from here to here that you're helping them with? Let's go to Tim Ferriss. Teaching speed reading. This is not a TED Talk. But if you go to YouTube, all this is off of YouTube. So if you could just go to YouTube, and Tim Ferriss, two R's, two S's, teaches speed reading. And basically, you get a baseline, figure out how many words are on a page, figure out how many words you read at a normal time. You time yourself for a minute. Um, and what you would do is you'll indent. So say you have this, right? You'll take it in one word on both sides. Because we're taught to read, so we don't use the margins. So we make margins. So indent. And when you indent, you can usually understand the concept of what's in the middle. So you do that to 5 to 10 pages. And if you don't find an issue with it, you will indent more and indent more till you're reading the middle of the book and still able to understand and grasp it. Um, and then he says for 5 minutes, just read slightly faster than what you can comprehend. What this does is this readjusts your comprehension skills and kind of speeds it up a little bit. We have Jim Quick. He's awesome. This is also not a TED Talk. He's in my last two. And I don't know if this is 7 or 6. It might be 6, but hold on. Oh no, it's 7. Jim Quick. He's like a mind guru. But look him up as well. And he also has a reading techniques video, how to read one book every week. And basically what he says to do is to figure out the median numbers in a book, the median number of words in the book, 64,000. He Googled it. The average person reads 200 words per minute. 64,000 divided by 200 is 320. It's 320. 320 minutes to read one book. So you'll take that 320 divided by 7 because there's 7 days in a week, and that gets you roughly 45, maybe 46 if you want to round it up, minutes a day to get through one book. And I literally did that. I don't have that book with me, but between Jim Quick's his tips and Tim Ferriss's tips, I read one book in like 2 days. It was awesome, and I totally understood what they were saying. I can regurgitate exactly, the premise of the book. So if you want to learn how to read faster, look them up, Tim Ferriss and Jim Quick. Last video was also Jim Quick, 5 scientific based hacks to stop procrastinating. And I am guilty of procrastinating. Not gonna lie, it happens, especially with work, school, just everyday life. You tend to put things off. But his number one tip was to procrastination. So you stop putting it off. Procrastination. Number 2 was break things into chunks. So you have tiny habits. So you have a mountain that you have to conquer. If you break it into small little trails, makes it a lot easier. And then before you know it, you're on top of the mountain. The Zarnik effect. This is from Dr. Bluma Zarnik. She noticed, she's a doctor from a while ago over in Europe, and then she noticed a waitstaff at a restaurant could remember someone's order until it was delivered. So we have a tendency to remember an uncompleted task rather than a completed one. So you remember what you need to do, and once it's complete, you go to the next one. Number 4 is be kind to yourself, because when you're hard on yourself, that doesn't help anyone, including yourself. You may think you're, giving yourself tough love, but sometimes, we need a break from ourselves. Don't be so hard on yourself. Number 5 was tune into your why. And as you all know, why is one of my like favorite things to talk about, because when you understand your why, you can completely understand what you're doing, where you're going, and how to get there. And on those days where you're slumped and you're feeling sluggish, it's raining, if you can tap into your why, and hey, I am going to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning because I can't go at 7 and I need to lose weight in order to fit in my dress, my wedding gown, or whatever. If you understand your why and the reasoning why you're doing something, you have a better chance at um, giving it your all and tackling it. Um, he also spoke on the three H's, so it's H cubed. Um, your head, you think it, your heart, you feel it, and your hands, you touch it. Um, and he also said his quote at the end was reasons reap rewards. So if you understand your why, you get your reward. Um, that's basically it. That's what I got and my tips um, from my videos that I've watched. I've watched a lot more than 7, but these are the 7 that stood out to me. And I was able to get a lot of feedback. On top of reading books. So I'm on my second book. Actually, I'm on my third book for the year. And as you guys know, I haven't read one book in about 10 years. So it's that heat's about to kick in. Woo! Um, I'm excited. I'm excited to share this with you guys. If there's anything besides me saying all the time, because I know I have a bad habit of saying I'm working on it. But if there's any questions, comments, concerns, any tips, anything, please leave it for me, and I'll promise I will get to it. And be looking for me next Thursday. I'm sorry it's so late. I had a crazy, crazy, crazy day. But like I said, I promise I would get it to you. So I'm getting it to you. I'll see you next Thursday.